is a wrap for the 2026 FIFA World Cup, my friends. Can you believe it? 104 matches in the book. Spain is the World Cup champions of 2026, and they are going to host the 2030 World Cup with Portugal, Morocco, Argentina in 2030 in 4 years. Congratulations, Spain. Messi didn't have such a great game today, and I can tell you right now, a week from today, my friends, and Messi's invited to come to TicketCon 2026. A week from today, in New Orleans, guys, Contemporary Arts Center, right before that dinosaur conference. Anyone that has a passion for ticketing is welcome to attend. Tommy Dorfman's going to join us. Yardline, the best B2B company on the planet, is going to join us. He's going to speak. We're going to have a special guest speaking. We're going to have a full-blown itinerary of like-minded individuals. Ticketdata.com doing a presentation. Ticket Vision is doing a presentation. The Azalea House is a great sponsor. We thank Marcus for sponsoring us. We thank Teamwork Tickets for sponsoring us. We thank all the sponsors and all the folks that are attending. So get your tickets. Link is in my bio on X, and let's reimagine tickets the correct way. I'll be giving a state of ticketing address at the end. You're not going to want to miss it, guys. So come. Link is in my bio for tickets. I think Brad Clements law firm's had a busy weekend. That's all I do these days is report tickets and help out StubHub victims. Brad Clements Law, myself, producer MCF, work for you. If you're wronged by StubHub, look at all the people that got great results. We got Terry getting great results. She got a refund. We got Stephanie Lang. I remember talking to her back in the day. She got her refund. Awesome stuff, yeah. BradClementsLaw.com. He's the best attorney on the planet. I can tell you guys right now, too, how many attorneys are working for free on contingent and letting you get 100% of your funds back you're owed if you're wronged by StubHub. So make sure you get in, fill out the form, DM me with the form. We already got some comments going. Man, I'm so pumped. Have fun watching FIFA World Cup at home. Kudos to you truly for spreading awareness about StubHub. That's what we do. We hate it. To all folks watching this live, buyer ownership is never established by Secure My Pass, and that's why StubHub must be avoided at all costs. StubHub must be avoided at all costs. I mean, this guy's on a heater. Let's keep reading. Never, ever accept Secure My Pass barcodes. They do not establish buyer ownership. This guy's got a vendetta against Secure My Pass, I see. What else do you got to say, guys? StubHub is just the crooks of the world, and we don't need a Secure My Pass. We need a universe where tickets are delivered instantly. We don't need to worry about wall links, Secure My Pass, and resellers not delivering tickets. But that's for next week at TicketCon. We'll get to those semantics. Let's recap the FIFA World Cup ticketing. Keith, Ticketdata.com did an amazing job. 104 of 104 matches played, 916 average get-in. Isn't that unbelievable? A 916 average get-in for 104 FIFA World Cup games. Unbelievable. And we go to view individual matches. We got nothing else to view. And we end up at a 7,477 get-in for the final today. And if we kind of track it all, it started literally about the same, 7,322 October 1st. Got all the way up to 13,650 October 16th. And then we had the ebbs and the flows and all the way to July 19th. 2026, 7,477 get in. And if we go to the other zones, as we know it, we ended at 12,544 get in for category 1 tickets. So thank you, Keith from Ticket Data, guys. Check them out. We don't just use Keith for the World Cup. We use them for all big live events to track any live event each and every day. And I can't believe the FIFA World Cup is over. You can put the camera back on me, MCF, and let's just kind of do a recap. We've been covering the FIFA World Cup really here on the Ticket Talk Network for the last 2 years, from bringing Mayor Gilmore on from Santa Clara literally 2 years ago, talking about the different challenges of the FIFA World Cup. Obviously, throughout the last 12 months, the FIFA World Cup got bad press. We go back a year in time, the Club World Cup had horrific attendance last summer. The ticket prices were scarce. The travel reports were terrible. I can tell you guys right now, on the scope at a high level, the media got the 2026 FIFA World Cup wrong. People traveled across the globe. They did billions of dollars in ticket sales. I mean, every stadium was sold out. Maybe a couple group stage matches were at 96, 97, 98% occupancy. But guys, the World Cup was an ultimate success, and I want to congratulate Gianni for a great tournament. And I know when it comes back here, most likely in 2038, 12 years from now, we'll know not to have the dipshits of the world like StubHub. Hopefully they'll be long extinct by then, not rooting tens of thousands of FIFA World Cup buyers, specifically in that group stage, the first 70 matches where StubHub literally came up short for a majority of those matches. They came up short for all 104 matches. And just the horror stories we heard is sickening, despicable, and unacceptable for this company to flourish ahead. And I really hope, and we're going to keep taking them down with Brad Clements' law, that this FIFA World Cup at a global scale totally fried the brand of the scums of the earth at StubHub. I hope that they literally get rid of their leadership, get rid of Baker, maybe do things the right way, or they need to be like an Enron and just go away and let other responsible secondary companies come in and do things the right way like SeatGeek does. Can't speak for other exchanges right now. I'm going to address it all at TicketCon a week from tonight. But I can tell you right now, the damper on this year's World Cup, the reason why I didn't attend a game, and I was offered, because I'm sick that tens of thousands of StubHub victims never got to see a game, and many of these people will never get to see a World Cup game ever again. Hopefully some do in 2030 in Spain and Portugal. Hopefully some do in 2034 in Saudi Arabia. Hopefully some do when it most likely comes back to the U.S. 12 years from now, 2038. But I hate to say it, reality is many of these people will never see a World Cup game because of StubHub ever again. That's just how life works, and it's extremely unfortunate. We got another comment. The real issue of the world ticketing, which needs to be addressed, is speculative listing. I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. When you list a ticket, you should have it, and you cannot upload or list a ticket if you don't have it. All the problems will go away. All of them. I have learned from your channel and made myself more informed about planning for future events. Kudos. That's why we're here on the Ticket Talk Network, guys, is that we don't want you to go through trouble. We don't want you buying a high-demand event on StubHub and saying, get lost, get out the door, like what happened here in the FIFA World Cup. That's our education here on the Ticket Talk Network. That's our education of righting the wrongs, calling out the bad practices, making sure fans don't end up like StubHub victims did for this FIFA World Cup and for outlier events that happen across the globe every day via GoGo StubHub. It's not just FIFA, guys. We've been on this since January, covering it, the wrongs. Does it happen mostly for the outlier events? Yes. It happens for the most high-demand events, but it could happen for another event too. So that's why it is so important that you guys follow us here at Scott Freeman 3. Give us a like. Tell your friends to watch us. The next week is going to be crazy as we get ready to go to New Orleans on Friday and spend the week there for TicketCon, and I'll be there after TicketCon for that. Not going inside the Dinosaur Conference, but I want to meet with as many like-minded individual ticket resellers as possible in New Orleans starting on Friday. I'll be in town. Producer Mike will be in town. We're going to have a great TicketCon event on Sunday, so please get your tickets. Tommy D's going to be there. We'll bring him on the show this week to talk TicketCon and others as we pump up the biggest event of the year for the Ticket Talk Network. And we'd love to see you there. Congratulations again, Gianni, on the 2026 FIFA World Cup. I'm sorry StubHub put a damper on it. We got Scott. See, man, FIFA site could not have been worse. FIFA might want to consider using Ticketmaster or SeatGeek in 2030 for the FIFA World Cup. Their site was garbage. It was absolutely garbage. That's one thing that Gianni did get wrong. Their ticket site was garbage. But overall, they put on a hell of a FIFA World Cup, and we have to give credit when credit is due, my friends. So have a great rest of your Sunday, my friends. Have fun if you're going to any of the concerts tonight. Ariana Grande at Barclays Center. The communist Noah Khan is at Citi Field, where the New York Mets play. Bon Jovi is at MSG, so New York metropolitan area after parties tonight. Plenty of options in New York City and across the country for the rest of the amphitheater shows going on. So have a great Sunday. We'll talk tomorrow. Keep the DMs flowing. Let me know if you're wrong by StubHub. Buy your ticket comp passes, for heaven's sakes, and stay lean and clean.